What was that? Fuck. All right, everybody. I'm gonna move my mic real quick. Now, one, I'm realizing you can kind of see my room through my little, this is my, I don't know what this is, my brass cleaner. This is what you stick the soldering thing into to clean it when you got solder on it. I've got a few other tools. My setup is kind of fucky. Here's the controller we're going to be operating on today. I can't, where did I put my soldering iron? Oh, it's in the thing. Alright, so a quick rundown for those who haven't done any soldering before. This here is a soldering iron. This bad boy goes up to 400 degrees Celsius, right in that tip there, in about, I'd give it like 10 seconds. Which means it could kill me. If you see me like on stream, like, hang on, let me get my little arms out of the way. If I do like this, I'm burning my skin like into my bones. Yo, what's up? How we doing? This is a small table. This is just a one of those TV dinner tables that I got from the person who used to live here, and they're kind of nice. I got like 3 of them. They're like these little easily portable tables. I need to get a folding chair. Hang on. I'm using my full office chair, and I'm realizing that I'm slouching like a fucking madman. So let me grab that. Hang on. It's just on the other side of the room. Alright. Alright, everybody. Ah, fuck. Oh, this thing is so not... This is such a not sturdy thing. Alright, this is how balanced this thing is, by the way. Hang on, let me get something else to fix that. Hang on, I got it right here. The packaging that my soldering wire came in, this stuff here, I can put it under the table. That baby ain't going nowhere now. Yeah, it's only like, what, 400, what did I say, 400 Celsius? It's fine. I'm trying to like line it up with the screen. Okay, now it's not balanced anymore, hang on. Come on. Play nice with me. Alright, there we go. Why is this so wobbly? Why are you so weeble? Why are you so wobble? Maybe I should have fixed this before the stream. But alas, here we are. Okay, that's fine. That'll do fine. Okay, so today our subject is this GameCube controller. If you notice here, there's a few things fucked up about it. The reason I didn't use my desk... because maybe this is a justification, but my camera, this thing right here, is attached to my mic mount. You might see a little thing right here. That's the tightener for my microphone. And the camera is literally hanging, like just fucking dangling off of my arm. Off of the arm for the mic. And if I had my stuff on my desk, I don't think that setup would quite work. Maybe it would, actually. Maybe I'm full of shit. Okay, if my back starts to hurt too much while doing this, I will do that. Okay, where's my... Now that I'm in position, I have to like... You can see I'm straddling like my legs around this chair. No, okay, anyway. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is our subject of the day. Who wants to focus in on that? You can see one. It's got kind of a fucked up control stick. That was my doing. This isn't my controller anymore. but I've lent it to a sibling, and you can also see I'm not like using much pressure to move this. I'm just like barely touching this thing, and it's a wobbly control stick. The stick box has gone loose, and that's no good. And also the X button here is kind of fucky, and that's no good. Okay, one sec. Let me make sure my focus on my camera is also just fine. Let's check that. No, don't autofocus. There we are. Okay. Now, anyway, so we're going to be replacing those stick boxes. Now I've got these. These are fresh and new. The problem is I don't know if this controller works with these. I think it does. I think it does. But if it doesn't, over here. You like my shirt? Hang on. You like my funny Bimbo shirt? Anyway, if it doesn't, I've got this bad boy. This is a stick box. Let me actually turn up the focus. So that it actually... Oh, there we go. So you can see we've got 4 little prongs there. And now, if I grab those other ones, it pretty much is a fidget toy, because like it is a control stick, like straight up. Like you can kind of see how it moves actually there. See this little black thing right here? It kind of moves. It's kind of hard to see, but anyway, right here in my hands is a T3 stick box for a T3 model controller. You might notice a few differences. Mainly, this one has like, no, I'm just looking at my screen. Okay, this one has like 4 little pins, 4 big pins actually, that stick on. While this one uses screws, you can see there. And that controller only works with one of them, I believe. We're going to be working with this one today. Now, this is one I ripped off of a Wii U Joy-Con. Or not a Wii U Joy-Con. That was so off. A Wii Nunchuck. That was 2 different consoles, and none of them were the correct one. Anyway, let me turn off that focus. Turn it back down. All right, so we are going to get to work, or start to get to work by putting these aside, putting this aside. We're not even going to be soldering yet. We're just going to use our little tri-wing screwdriver. Actually, let me turn on like autofocus. Maybe that's a good thing to have on, because that way it'll like... Oh, you want to focus on that, don't you? Don't you? No? Okay, anyway, this is not like a Phillips head or a flathead Nintendo uses. You can probably barely see it there. A 3-pronged thing. That's proprietary because Nintendo are fucking assholes. And luckily I've got a screwdriver with multiple bits. One of them is the tri-wing. So we're just going to be taking these all out. I did kind of take this thing apart earlier today. Okay, where are we going to be organizing our parts? Actually, hang on, I got the perfect thing. Fuck. I have so little room. Come on. Okay, this is a bunch of spare GameCube controller parts that we're probably going to use at some point, but it also has this fun little cap, which I can use to place our screws into. Now, again, I did take this thing apart earlier, so the screws aren't super tight, but otherwise nothing has changed. And also, I would like to say, I haven't ever opened this controller before today. So, like, it might be really fucking gross. Like, if you see a bunch of gunk in there, don't think, well, Derby, what are you doing with all that gunk in there? And it's like, I've barely touched this. I have I stole this thing actually from a friend on accident. I was at a friend's house and I had like a shitty third-party controller. You can tell this one isn't because it's got the Nintendo logo. But I was at a friend's house playing GameCube games with a shitty third-party controller, and I accidentally took home this one, an original. So this actually wasn't even mine. I did use it for Melee for a long time, Smash Melee. Let me get like the shot here. I did use it for a long time for Melee, but otherwise this is not my doing. It's not exactly pretty, but if you were able to see into those holes there, it's not pretty. Okay, what screws do we need? There are 6 screws in total. We are only halfway through because there are only 3 of them. Now this is a magnetic thing, so it keeps the screws attached, which is really nice. Okay, one right there, one right here, I believe. One on the legs. And we've got one right here, I believe. Right? Right? Did I not take that out? What do you mean? There's only 5. There's only 5 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there's only 5 here. We've already lost something. Hang on. Let me get. Actually, I got a flashlight. Hang on. It's gonna fuck the focus so hard, but I need it. Ugh. I can't even fucking see. There's so much gunk in there. Nope, there's a screw in there. No shot. You can see that on stream. Yeah, there's a screw in there. Okay. We just have to... Okay, and I immediately hook it. Alright. Now, a pro tip that I wish I knew when first taking apart a GameCube controller. You do not pry it apart upright. Because the way these buttons work, they're latched on the inside, which means that if you pull it apart here, all the buttons are going to fall out and fall over the fucking floor. So you flip it upside down, and then you just kind of... There we are. Alright, now we're going to take this and just put it aside for now because we don't need it. Let me turn up the brightness on my light here so you can kind of see a bit better. Alright, so this here is what we're looking at. Now if you look right here, this is the C-stick. It's got, as you can see, those 4 prongs. You can see those 4 big things there. Now, we are not replacing the C-stick because the C-stick is just fine on this controller. I already hit my microphone, you can tell from the shaking. The C-stick is just fine. It's the main control stick we want to take out. So we are going to... This is only being held in by friction. There are no screws holding this whole mechanism in. So we're just going to unhook this little piece right here. The wire. There we go. Nope. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then we grab it right here. Alright, and now you can see what I mean about the buttons. These can go right through. They would fall right out and they'd be all over the floor right now. See the D-pad there, all that fun stuff. Okay, so we're going to put that aside for now. We do want to try to fix the button, but for now we're focused on the main board. So this is the fucky control stick. As you can tell, it wobbles. C-stick is just fine. The C-stick's kind of scary because it's on a separate board. If you can kind of see how it like jiggles, like right around here. It's not like connected to this board, so it's a little scary to work with. But with in terms of this, we can just do this. You just take that right off. It's just friction mounted. And there we have Come on, camera. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Now, that's where a good friend of mine comes in. Actually, we're going to use the helping hands now. We're going to use these to keep this thing held and stable, because I cannot hold it the entire time, obviously. So we're going to put one right there. We're going to put... Actually, wait, no, we want it the other way around. That's going to come off, so we're just going to take it off now. So will these... if you want a fun little fidget toy and you've got an old controller, these are how the buttons have, like, pressed to them. The little membranes, those are fun. Anyhow, we want to flip this over and hold it like this. So get you there. We'll get you to help out. Oh, I hit my camera again. I'm sorry. I'll try not to do that. But like zero promises, literally zero promises that won't like constantly happen. Okay. This is a bit of a sketchy hold, but it should be fine. I'm gonna move it a bit more towards the center here, so you can really see what we're doing, and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. All right, let's see. Does turning up the focus at all help? I just want to make sure the camera looks nice. It doesn't like to focus. Oh. There it is. That's the perfect level. Everything right here you can see perfectly. Everything below, not so much. Above, not so much, but right here. Okay, so this black thing, this black like shielding, we want to take that off. And doing that is going to be tough, but we've also right here got a good friend, toothbrush, which we can use to clean this bad boy up a little bit. We're going to do that afterwards, but we can do that. Now to take off this little board here, I believe there are just some pressure mounts. Now, we have to desolder these two joints here. You can see they're connected to the, actually, no. We take this. This is the rumble motor. This makes the rumble. Now, this is kind of heavy. You can't really tell by me just holding it, but this is kind of heavy, and these two soldering joints are not super strong. So what you really want to do, if I could just disconnect this, is make fucking sure this thing like doesn't fall, because if it does, it's taking those two things off. Now, I don't quite recall how I managed this before, because I do not want it to be dropped. Let me see if I can just like rotate this and then just like grab its little motor there. Okay, so now that's being held. Now this piece needs to be, now that's soldered there. Yes, that's soldered there. Now this should just come right off a tiny bit. Now you can see we are connected by no wires, because the way that connects is these little green things here. These are what the triggers use. These kind of go through it. Just shut up, the phone notification. Shut up, shut up, shut up. I don't care. Die, 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 die. Toothpaste? I don't got no toothpaste. Sorry, Belly. Okay, anyway, these are the like kind of touch points for the... Oh. There we go. That should be better. For the triggers. So that's when they connect all the way. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is desoldering. We're going to move this out of the way. Just a bit. Desoldering. Nope, just stay over there. These parts right here, because this is the control stick as you saw earlier. All right, so now it's soldering time, or more so desoldering time. Now another friend of mine I'm going to introduce you to. This is the solder pump. Now what you do is you have this. Let me zoom out a little bit here, so I don't need to be so close. So this bad boy right here, you push this all the way in, and then you press this button, and what it does is it sucks up whatever's in front of the nozzle. So if I put my finger here, it's kind of like connected. So we can use that once the solder is melted to just suck it up. Now it's going to be loud when I do that, but that's part of soldering. I can't do anything about that. It's going to be loud, but it'll only be temporary little clicks. So we don't need these for now. Now we're going to connect. We are going to connect our soldering iron right here, as you see a nice USB-C port there, to a power delivery capable USB-C cable, which will give it the ability to heat up to 400 and something degrees Celsius in a matter of seconds. All right, now it's got, oh, there's a temperature read out there. You can see it going up. 100, 200 Celsius. Oh. You can see it burning off the excess solder. I'm gonna stay away from those fumes. Just gonna blow on it a bit. All right, we are now at 429 degrees Celsius. Which, if you don't need to, if you didn't already know, is very hot. So this little tip here could kill you. Okay, now we are going to be focusing on these little joints here. Don't worry, I have soldered before. I know what I'm doing, mostly. All right, so we do this, and you'll see it kind of turns into a liquid. And we just suck it up. Now we do this. Into a liquid and suck it up. And we keep doing that until, actually, I need some better lighting on this. I really want to make sure y'all can kind of see this. I wish my light was on the other side. Maybe I can just do this. I am doing a lot of finagling right now. This is my little LED light that I'm using. All right, now you can kind of see things a bit better, because we are focusing right here. Okay, so we got this little thing here. We're gonna put our soldering thing down, and boink. All right, now I'm going to be taking close looks at things, so sorry if my fucking hair, it looks like I have like gorilla monkey hair, like insane, but that's just what hair looks like close up, okay? But I'm going to be taking close looks to make sure that the soldering joint is disconnected, because you can see now there isn't like a little ball of stuff around it like there used to be. And you do that to all the little points and then it comes off. Now it shouldn't just fly off, because like I said, it is connected by screws. So it shouldn't just fall once all these joints are down. Now these big 4 ones are quite easy because they're real big joints. Oh man, I could see the solder like boiling there. All right. All right, almost there with that one. Big ones are pretty easy because they're big and they have a lot more room to work with. Okay, that was a clean. That was a really clean solder there. Now these smaller ones are little bastards because they are small and are really annoying to work with. Just blow any excess stuff there. I'm getting tiny bits of solder all over my pants. So it goes. Now you can't really see what I'm doing here because it's under the rumble motor, but I can't really do anything about that. I'm sorry. And we want to make sure we don't touch any of the wrong components here, because we do not want to melt anything that we actually want. because melting things is bad if you're not supposed to. All right, I think I maybe have that joint now. No, there's two more. They're kind of, my microphone is right here. It is so hard not to bump it. I'm so sorry if the camera bumps. Oop. That's a bit of a mess right there. You see that? Now the solder is connected. Don't know if it wants to focus on that. No, it doesn't. Okay. Now we've got most of the joints done, and we just need to get rid of any little loose pieces of solder that connect it to the main board. So we're going to be real careful. Heat stuff up and boop. It's kind of tough because you're working with really small like objects and fragile materials, but the soldering pump, when you click it, oh, this thing's very hot, don't forget. When you click it, it's like really violent. I may have just melted a tiny part of the rumble motor. We don't want that to happen, believe it or not. Now I see some there. Actually, I should really clean this off real quick. There we go. There we are. Okay, now I think we might have the solder off. I do see tiny bits of it here. And these little parts that are going to be a pain in the ass. I'm so sorry the rumble motor is like right there. Let me try to move it. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing a bit more. It's very tough to make sure you actually get all the solder. Oh, there it goes. Just flew off somewhere. There's a hair stuck in there. If I could get that out, that'd be great. That would be fucking phenomenal. That hair could just get on out of there before I have to burn it. I just cut it. You can't see it, but I just cut it using the soldering iron. Okay. We're gonna desolder that little point right there just a tiny bit more. I don't think I got it yet. Boink. Okay, and we're gonna do its little brother right next to it. Oops, there we go. Clean it up a little bit. Get any excess solder off of it. Now, if you can't tell and you don't know, what's going on here is just melting little pieces of metal that are electrically conductive, and that also fasten, as you can see, like right here, like these little pieces of metal fasten it to the board. Okay, so got this. Going to hit a button. There is something that puts it into sleep mode. I forget what. I believe if I just put it in the holder for a decent amount of time, it should just go to sleep mode automatically. Okay. So now, oh. So now I believe, yeah, the temperature's going down. You can see it right there. Now I believe we are all set with that connector. So we need to flip the board over and then unscrew. Oh, my back. Unscrew the control, like the stick box itself. Okay, so we're going to unhook the rumble motor. Oh, it's so heavy, it terrifies me. That one isn't even connected now. Oh, this thing is basically only being held on by a single thing. Okay. All right. Now we're going to be very careful with the rumble motor. It is terrifying. Like, genuinely. Now the screws are on this side, right? Okay, let me just, like, see what I can do here. I'm sorry it's so bright. Hang on, let me turn it down. Okay, to like a human level. We're going to... I'm sorry if any of you have soldered before and you're watching. I know this is probably painful to watch, but this is how I do it. We're going to flip this over. And just grab onto you. Just grab onto you, I said. Very tightly so you don't fucking go anywhere. I fucking hate that rumble motor. I'm hitting the camera again, I'm so sorry. Okay. That's a good hold. I like that. Even just with one clip there. Okay. Now let me turn up the brightness just once more. Nope, that's too bright. Okay, now we are going to be working right here. So we're going to grab our little toothbrush and just brush away at it to get all the gunk out of there. I'm not using any kind of liquids. Isopropyl alcohol is optimal, but I don't have any. So we're just going to use the toothbrush as it is. And just scrape it off by hand, which is kind of fucking gross, but whatever. Clean off this bad boy. Alright. Now, looking at it now, I don't know if there are any screws. Oh. Okay, it's moving. You can see that. Right here, under here, there is a part that is not quite soldered. Or free. So I'm going to do some fucking underhand ass surgery. You might see my face here. And just loosen it up. Enough. There we are. Got it out. I don't want to touch that too much because it is going to be very hot. But we've now got a removed stick box. And we are ready to install a new one. Now let me turn the autofocus back on. Now, actually, I can show you what we're going to replace it with as well. Now, you would like to focus on these things, wouldn't you, camera? Wouldn't you? You can't really see them that well, but the one on the right is the new one we're going to be using. The one on the left is the old one. No, wait. The one on the left is the old one because you can see it wobbles. It doesn't want to focus on that. Nope. Not my fucking fingers. Anyway, you can see this kind of wobbles. And so this is the old one. We're going to be putting it aside. We might still use it for something in the future. It's a stick box and it's still valuable, but we just won't be using it. So we've got our new one here. Much sturdier. See it be with a very tiny amount of wobble there. Now, to begin to install this, you can see it kind of fits on only one way. We've got... Oh, the focus is so hard to get just right. Let me see. Hang on here. They really want this to look good. Alright, so you can see we've got like the 3 prongs there on 2 sides at a 90-degree angle. Just line it up like a Lego and slot it in. Let's push it a tiny bit. But there we are. Now, this does take a bit of pressure to pull out, so if we flip this over, it should be fine. Honestly, I'm really considering just desoldering this rumble trigger. Or rumble motor. Because I'm fucking tired of having to like baby it. But we will try to persevere. So let's just sit it right there for now. And we are going to set, nope, tighten it. This right here. Grab onto it nice. Grab onto it nice. You will be on rumble motor duty. Don't drop that fucking thing, or I'll kill you. Alright, it's a bit of a funky little angle, but you should be able to see things alright. We're going to turn up the brightness just a tiny bit. We're going to refocus just so you can see it just fine. There we are. Okay. Now it's time to solder once again, but this time we're going to be not desoldering, but just soldering. And what that means is we need some of this stuff. Just soldering wire, very loose, light metal. You can see it kind of just flop around. I can bend it just like that. And this is what we use to solder. Now to begin, we're going to pull our thing out of sleep mode. Do that. There we go. Just fell right off. Alright, now I've just got a little stick of solder just on its own and the soldering iron. And what you want to do is put some of the metal right up against it. Melt it. And what we can do is melt enough so it sticks to the contact point there and it recreates what we removed earlier. Now, you really want to see kind of that shine around a soldering point, because that means there's like an actual little dome, a decent amount of metal actually holding it in place. You don't want like just enough contact to move electricity, you want enough to hold it there. Now we're going to do the big 4 first, so we get a solid base. There we go, that's a nice, it could be better, but it's fine. Now, soldering things is a lot easier than desoldering them. Don't want those fumes in your mouth. I don't know if you can see the smoke coming off of these, or the fumes of melted solder, but there's quite a bit of them. I hope it doesn't set off the smoke alarm. Alright. Actually, let me turn on a fan. Let me know. I'm going to turn on a little fan. Let me know if it like makes a lot of noise in the mic. I don't think it will. But it'll just help cool me down, as well as move the air around more, because you don't want it. Alright, let me know if you can hear any wind sound out at all, please let me know, because I do not want this VOD, this stream to be ruined by that. So if you hear literally anything from the fan, let me know. Alright, now soldering these little points shouldn't be too bad. So like I said, soldering things is way easier than soldering them. We're running a little low, this wire's getting pretty small, so we're going to get some more wire. And to kind of show how I get that, we just boop, 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 boop. There we go. Falls off, and now we've got a little piece to work with. And now it's time to fix up the rest of these little joints. You don't think it can be heard? Sweet. So that'll keep the fumes out of my face. and keep me cool. Alright, we're gonna clean the solder real quick. And our brass thing. Can't be heard. Thank you all. Appreciate you. What do y'all think of the stream so far? I think it's pretty baller. Now we do have more than one controller to fix. Alright. I mean, all the soldering points are already cool. Now, you can see right here, we've pretty much recreated what we had before, but now with a new stick. So, I mean, shit, I guess it's time to put this baby back together. Alright, now we're going to put this away. In fact, we're going to unplug it so it definitely doesn't heat up again and can't hurt us, and I can get this fucking wire out of the way. Okay. So, this is still a tiny bit hot. It's not super hot, but a little bit. We can take this off. Fucking rumble motor that I hate. Take that off. I'm gonna hold it via the rumble motor. There we are. Alright, now we're gonna get our hands out of the way. Our helping hands. Just for a bit here. Whoops, I hit the camera. I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight. Sorry. Okay. Now, I'm gonna zoom in here. We're already zoomed in as we can get. Okay, fine. Alright, so it's gonna be a little bit of a distance here, but you should be able to see the process overall. So what we want to do first is reattach this little thingy we removed. This is the bracket for the rumble motor and the triggers. Now, putting this back in is quite a little project, because these little green duties here, they like slide into a tiny slot here. Just the tiniest of slots. One of the smallest slots you've ever seen. The thing already fell. Let's get it in there. And the way this gets fastened is rather interesting because the wires of the control of like these little black wires here kind of wrap around. Oop, that one's falling out. Something, if I recall. It has been a tiny bit since I've done this. Not too long, but a tiny bit. And where do they wrap around? It's actually an excellent little question. Because this is kind of how it fits in. But now, right there, you can kind of see the hook. This is what the rumble motor. Oh shit! This whole time I've been dangling the fucking motor, the thing you're not supposed to do. I was gonna say this is where the rumble motor hangs from. Don't do that. Don't do what I just did. It's not like gonna kill your controller instantly, but like you don't want to put that much pressure on those soldering joints. They're not the sturdiest things out there. Sturdy enough, but nothing really remarkable. Oh, it just clips back on with some clips. Okay. Okay, now thank God we can put the rumble motor back on. Stop worrying about it. Now the way we do that is just we put it right here. We wrap the little cables into our little cubby hole. Oh, come on, get in there. Don't be shy. Wait, is this backwards? I think it is. Is it backwards? Hang on. I don't know. I don't remember which side it was facing. Oh, there we go. That's how you get in there. Actually, yeah, okay. You sit like this. And then these little wires get hooked into there so they don't cause any trouble. I feel like these go elsewhere because these wires feel way too loose. Like, I don't remember being this, like, having this much give. Is it like this way? Now, technically, it really doesn't matter which way the thing is facing, if I'm correct, because like it's literally, it's not like slotted into something that it snaps into. It's just literally sitting in this thing. I could just pull it right out. That's why you don't hold this main board by just this piece, because it'll just fall. But anyway, we're going to just put those wires. Oh, that's not a good way to bend those. Into that little slot, and I guess that's fine for now. Alright, and now I do believe we are ready to put the back shell back on. Or the front shell, more so. Now, we've got this here. This is the shell we're going to be reattaching. And a troubling thing is we need to... Okay, one, actually, where's the... This is the old control stick. You can see the kind of damage there. I have a new one that's only slightly damaged. You can see that little mark there, right there. But it is otherwise very nice. And to attach that, we just set it, kind of shove it together. Literally, like it's that simple. If it would like to do as I fucking say. That would be so pog. Have I been doing this the right way? Yeah. It's really precise. Not crazy precise, but just like precise enough. There we go. There we go. We've got a control stick, folks. Okay, now what we want to do next, things like these bad boys, you can probably put them upside down on these, if I recall the best way to do it. Actually, wait, no, we wanted to check out that X button, right? Okay, so let's put this aside for now, like our main board. And we will... Actually, this is a good time to clean things anyway. So you see, this is what happens if you take it out upside down. Everything just falls right out. Somehow the Z button is still in there, that's a miracle. Yeah, in fact, you can kind of see the spring mechanism there. But I just got these buttons. Now I wish I had some kind of like proper tool to clean these. I don't, so I'm going to get a tiny little cup of hot water and just dip the wait, no, then I can't clean stuff with it afterwards. Okay, I'm just gonna get a little towel. Hang on 1 second. I'll be back in like half a second. Okay, hang on, let me grab some Febreze. Hang on a second. That Febreze, the Windex. Got it. I'm not gonna spray Windex on the fucking controller, don't worry. I'm just gonna be like putting a tiny bit like on the towel, like a microscopic amount, and just like rubbing like these things down a little bit because they're pretty gunky and kind of gross. Just do that. Put that stuff on the ground, and we're just gonna clean up this little button from whatever traumatic event it's been through. And that'll just help it survive a little bit longer. Now, we should just be able to like Actually, I think if we just put a tiny bit of Febreze on the thing and then use the toothbrush, we could have a killer, like kind of a sponge effect almost. Oh yeah. I'm trying not to do it too much over the actual thing, but it's getting cleaned up pretty nicely. Nothing crazy, not shiny, brand spanking new, but getting some of the more prominent pieces of gunk out of there. Same with the controller. This is kind of gross, but it's a part of controller modification, so I'm going to show you. Turn on autofocus. If you like... Oh yeah, that's fucking vile. Yeah, you can see it. We're just going to use the toothbrush and just scrape it away. What did I just lose? Oh, the fucking Z button. Oh shit. I'm surprised it took me almost an hour to drop something. Anyway, we're just gonna be using the toothbrush to just wipe that shit away. Comes right off. Because it's never really approached from this angle, so it just comes right off. Or at least it fucking should. Some of these parts are being particularly bothersome. There we go. Actually, towel works quite well. Now, if I wanted to deep clean these things, I'd take these plastic parts and put them in like a warm bath of soap, and wait till they're perfectly dry to put it back together. But I'm not aiming for perfection here, and I don't have several hours. It's just one stream. All right, so that's a pretty good little dusting there. Let me get rid of this gunk right here. Sorry if you can't see every part of this process. I have no concept of where the camera can and can't see just looking at it. Oh, that's fucking gross. Oh, get out of here. All right. Put this towel aside. We'll probably use it later. All right, so let me just like do some finishing touches around the rims of this controller. Blow it out of it. That was like a solid snake noise. Just blowing it out a tiny bit. All right. Kind of fucking gross, all the little bits around here. Oh Jesus. Ugh. Oh, get it off me. All right. So now we've got our cleaned up thing. And what we can do is also clean up the buttons, because I forgot about that. Let me do that real quick. Real easy. Tiny little pieces. X button's clean. Oh no, sorry, Y button's clean. This is the X button. Good as new. And now this is a good point to, if you look here closely. You can see those little divots. Those are the parts that really get your buttons to be like kind of sticky feeling, because they can get really easily gunked up. And when that's the case, you've got a sticky controller. No good. It sucks. It's the fucking worst. And you know it. Alright, so we're just gonna do that to all these little buttons here. All fresh and new. Beautiful. We don't really need to do it to the start button. This little tiny fucking thing is so easy to lose. I totally didn't do that. Oh, I totally didn't do that last time I modified a controller. Alright. Alright, so now we're looking cool. Okay, now what we want to do is just blow it out a little more. And we're going to put the pieces back together, putting the buttons right into the slots. It's quite simple. They can only go in one way. Like this doesn't work. This one goes, I believe, here. Yes. If they fit, it sit. If they fits, they sits. Start button. That one is actually omnidirectional because it doesn't really have any styles. D-pad. Actually, that's looking kind of grody right in there. I'm gonna do this real quick. And that. Because you know, like all those like forbidden spots, you see some gunk in your controller and you're like, there's no way I could ever touch that. This is when you fix those. Or clean those up. Alright. Now we get the Y button in. There we go. Now we've got most of our buttons. But there's still one more to put back in. The most dastardly of them all. The Z button. To put this back in is a mild nightmare. I will try to zoom in. If the camera... Actually, I'm just going to manually focus this shit. Fuck that. I have to show you this. This little fucking divot here, somehow this thing attaches to. Because you can see there's a little hole there. This little hole right here is where this little thing goes into. If I'm correct. And it's so fucking finicky. There we go. I believe that's right. There's a little metal piece in there that you can see. That's what the Z button uses to have like a tactile press, to have some resistance. Okay, so that should be all of our buttons. Now we can put the molds back in. Let me focus down to about this level. The molds back in, they only really go one way, so you can't really mess it up very easily. They do kind of slot in with these little divots you can see here. And then if you kind of hold this side and press them, you can feel how the buttons work. That's kind of fun. We've got a tiny little thing for the start button. Very cute, very adorable. Sits right there. We've got the D-pad one. Kind of looks like a Valve logo of some kind. I can't quite name it right now. And that just sits right there. And now we've got the D-pad. Now that should be all the little capacitive pads. And we should be ready to connect it back to the main board. If I'm correct. So I'm going to take this bad boy that we've got all fixed up, and we are just going to Hail Mary it. Because what else can we do? You can see there's some little holes for stuff to go into. Now this is where the real test is, because if your Z button isn't mounted perfectly, it won't go, this thing won't go in. And it looks like I may not have funked it up. I think I might have got it. It doesn't like click into place or anything, it just slots in well enough. Yep. You can kind of test out the Z button, and it works. Alright, now an important part too is, see that little coil there of wire? That wants to wrap around here. You can kind of press it into place there. You really want that to be doing that, because that really helps keep the whole thing together. But it's kind of being a bear to me. Let me use my little screwdriver to kind of press it in there. I feel like this thing isn't as in as it should be. No, but the buttons feel okay. Push that down. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna have to yeet it and see if the back cover goes back on. Now, kind of see the mechanism for the triggers here. Actually, I should probably clean these out, but if you look there, you can see that pad there kind of gets pressed up. That's how the R button works, or the triggers work. Okay, while still holding the other part of the controller, I'm just gonna toothbrush this thing real quick. Because there's quite a bit of gunk around those triggers especially. Just gonna grab my little towel. Get that stuff out of there, because it's gross, and I want a clean, nice controller, even though I'm not gonna be using this. I'm gonna be giving this to someone else as soon as I'm done with it. I told them I'd fix it up for them. And here I am, fixing it up for them. Now, taking off the triggers is quite the task. I have done it before. I'll show you how I have proof in a moment. Okay, but let's fucking try to put this thing back together. Let's see if it actually goes. I really don't like this wire. It's really not going in how I want it to. That gives me bad vibes. It makes me feel like I might have fucked something up, but we're gonna see. The only way to tell is to try. Alright, so you literally just take the whole fucking thing and just plop it back on and try to squeeze it back together. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. I think we're in business. Never mind. Definitely not. That control stick did not feel good. It's like pushed way too far forward. Wait, I don't think it's even connected fully. The control stick is too tall. Why might that be? Let me take it off. Okay, it doesn't want to come off. Okay, let me just like do a... I do feel like I'm missing a part of the puzzle here. Like I'm missing something when it comes to this thing connecting. Like I feel like these wires are supposed to wrap around something, these little black ones. Let me look up the iFixit guide by fucking... Okay. Nintendo GameCube controller, official teardown. Nintendo GameCube controller. Replacing thick box. I already know how. Just show me what to do with the freaking unhook. Wires. Do those wires go around back? Let's see, let me hold it in the same way. Are there little hooks that I'm missing? I don't know. I don't see any. I really feel like these wires are supposed to hook around something in the same way this one does. You can see they're kind of hooked right there. I recall that. I really should have paid more attention when doing that part, but so be it, I guess. I guess we'll just try again. It's a very finicky process. Could have put something in the wrong way, just barely. So we're just gonna try again. Alright, so we're just going to fucking plop it down in there. There you go. Slot in. Lock in. Lock the fuck in. Oh! Oh! Okay, I like that noise. Let me just fit that right under there entirely. No. The control stick is still like rubbing against the plastic. Like when I'm moving it, it's like rubbing. Why might that be? Is it just too tall? Is this stick, like this model of stick, too like differently modeled? Let me see. The buttons all feel fine. I feel like it might just be the stick model. Because you can see, like, there's not a gap there between, like, the control stick and the plastic. There's not a gap there. If I'm correct, I soldered it fully in. Does it have some give? Well, we have to take it out to find out. Okay, well, let's take the main board back out. No, it looks like it's fine. Trying to take the control stick back off. It's kind of scaring me. Because this is the old control stick. I feel like... it should have been fine. Yo, what's up, Invecular? Are they the same height? Yeah, they are. Did it get put in wrong or something? This is very tough to figure out. Like it's flush with the board. It's in fully. That's all the way in. That's very perplexing. I'm not quite sure what to do about that. I want to take this control stick off, the new one that I put on. Like just the mold. But it's resisting very, very hard. And I don't want to like pull, like fucking break something. Like it really doesn't want to come off. Like this detaching from here. It should just be something you can pull right off. But it really doesn't want to. And I don't like the feeling it gives me when I try. Because it's putting pressure on such a sensitive little thing. Ah. Okay. Okay. Just set that right there. Let's like compare and contrast here. They are slightly different shapes. Barely like the dome, but I feel like that's just from wear. Let's see. There are little numbers on here. Let me read them. M119 H3 H55. These are definitely different little models of stick. Well, I don't like this destroyed one, but shit, I might have to put it back on. If that's the only one that works with it for some reason. I didn't know that was a thing. They have different numbers on them. I don't know how much that matters, but like it isn't quite fitting, and the old one has a different number than the new one. So we're gonna try it with the old one, because the stick, this is fine. It doesn't affect any electronics, obviously. It's just a mold. But it is a little beat up, and I just wanted to replace it. But if I can't, then, you know, so be it. It was very hard to get off, too. Like, I had to really pull on that fucking thing to get it off, in like an uncomfortable amount of force was needed. Alright, let me just stick this thing back on. Always a bit of a pain. Always a bit of a pain. You gotta line up that little divot with the little divot in there. It's quite tough. It really takes a bit of pressure. It just won't go back on for the strangest reason. There you go. Much stiffer. The control stick's speed up, like you can see, but there we go. Okay, it's back on. Now that's the only thing we changed, so we're just gonna throw it right back on there. Try to line shit up very haphazardly. There we go. There we go. Go in there. Okay, nope. I can still feel it. It's still rubbing against the plastic. It's not the stick. It's something about how I put it back on. Oh, jeez. I've literally never had this problem until now. Now that I'm streaming. What could have happened with my little soldering job? Whoop. Maybe the stick isn't being put on all the way. Where'd my thing go? I dropped it. Yeah. Okay. I feel like it could really be the case where the stick just isn't going in all the way. Oh, there it is. That's why. Yep, it's got a little extra. Give! Please just come off. Okay, well now I know I can use the new stick. Oh, rumble motor, fuck off. I hate you so much. Nobody even uses rumble. Who likes rumble? Not me. Oh, I didn't just crack something, did I? Come on, stick, just come off. I beg you. It's so fucking... It's so fucking on there. Oh no, it's such a small little motherboard and I'm such a big man. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this even a little bit. The thing won't come off. It's just pressure fit. So you do have to pull on it, but like, it's such a little thing. And I'm such a big girl and it won't work. It won't just come off. I'm so sorry if anyone who ever watches this knows a thing or two about GameCube controllers. I'm so sorry you have to see this. But I gotta do what I gotta do, goddammit. Okay. Okay, we're doing the new stick, but it does. We just have to really fucking push it on there and hope to God we never have to replace this thing again. There we go. New stick on. I'm sorry I didn't see part of that process, but like I had to hold it close to my chest to get the pressure to get it off. Okay. Okay, now we can put it back in. Now we can do this. And just fucking slot it. Again, I know y'all have seen this episode before, but trust me, this time I'm feeling much better about it. Oh yeah, there we go. Now the control stick feels good. I'm kind of sticking my finger around to the other side of it. Now we're cooking. All right. Now we want to lift that up a tiny bit to fit this little wire in there. Get you all nice and comfy. Yeah, there we go. Now that's fitting real nice. Buttons feel good. Do they feel good? But was that the Z? Oh my god, the fucking Z button. Where did it go? That little fucker. Where did it go? You ever drop something and it like moves way too far? Like this tiny little fucking thing, like way smaller than this. You drop it and it just rolls like a mile away. It's not even like a sphere. Oh, it's right directly under my chair, so I have to break my fucking back to get it. Okay, I gotta fix my posture. I'm gonna straddle a little harder and move a little closer. There we go. Much more comfortable. Fucking trigger came off, because of course it did. There we go. It's in there. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to pull this out. I know I just put it back in, but I'm going to pull this thing out because I think one of the button meshes is a little off. Yeah, it's floating. There. You fucking Z button! God damn it. I gotta use my fucking foot to finagle it. Like, oh, my leg. Ah. God damn it. The fucking Z button. Okay. There we go. Yeah, this little membrane here was a bit loose. And I could tell, and I wasn't gonna put it back together like that. Push it in, do that. Okay. Now we put it back together, finally. This should be it. TM. That there, put that there, put you there. Oh, there we go. Those buttons are feeling fucking great now. Fucking Z button. Okay, now we put it back together. Grab this. It's all cleaned up. Oh, it just fits right together perfectly. Now we screw stuff back together. Grab a screw. Blow it out a little bit. And just screw shit back in. Good lord, an hour and 20-minute operation. Alright, that's in. Now that's just part 1 of 2, is the thing. Because there's another controller I'm trying to do something with the stick box with. And we can turn a broken controller to a working one, because this one worked. It worked just fine. I played Mayweather with it for a long time. The only thing up with it was that the joystick was loose, and that's not good. And we just replaced it with a new stick box that is very sturdy and new, which is very nice. But again, our goal is not just to make a nice controller, it's to fix up the ones that don't work. And if I can have a new GameCube controller, that'd be huge. For durrbill fans. Put that back in, 2 more screws. My dexterity here is just unrivaled. That back in. And put this last one back in. All right, folks. It's fucked up. The trigger isn't clicking. There's normally a click when there aren't. Fuck. Because you know the GameCube trigger? You press it down and then it clicks? It's not doing that. Fuck. Okay, that could be relatively simple to fix. Hang on. That should be relatively simple. I have to undo 6 fucking screws. Hang on. Get off. This little shit on here. Okay, fuck. Come on, just... There we go. It does feel like it's coming apart naturally on its own, which shouldn't normally be the case. You should be able to unscrew everything, and it's still kind of together, and then you pull it apart. Rather than just you pull it apart, and it feels like it's undoing some kind of weird tension that shouldn't be there. That's what I'm feeling right now. That's not great. Okay. Now what we aren't getting is that clicking. From the triggers. I'm not sure why that would be. Looking at the springs, they're still installed just fine. I know how those things work. Yeah, we have new emotes, indeed. Oh, I think I know what happened. See these little things? Or actually, this little thing? You see where the white thing is? It's gotta be here. Because these little holes here line up with this little thing. And these were down instead of up. So they didn't line up. I was kind of mashing it. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, well, lesson learned. But fortunately, that should have been the only issue. I think that should be it. Make sure this thing is back together tight. Slot back in. There we go. Ah, there we go. Listen to that. Nope, never mind. That one's fucked. Up, motherfucker, up. Up position. Come on. Come on. Work with me, damn it. This one's got a click. But this one here doesn't. It's got like a final push there, but it's not clicking. What could be causing that? Let's really take a look here. Hang on. Because I don't know if that was an issue before. I didn't like test this controller beforehand. I should have done that, because if it's like just like a deeper problem, like a piece of plastic broke, then there's nothing I can do. But like, I don't know if it's that or something with how I reinstalled this thing. I do like that dog too, myself. Okay, we're gonna put these back up. Now it's the... Which trigger is it? Because I gotta know which side it is so I know which side to focus on. Okay, put it back together. Okay, that trigger. The right trigger, so it's on this side. Something is wrong, but I don't know what. Now, what I'm trying to figure out right now is how exactly the clicking mechanism works, because you can see it goes, but there's no click here. This is just a rubber thing that just extends a little bit, and it's got like a spring. It's quite simple, but what I think it is one of these little pieces, like right here or something, where my finger's pointing, kind of clicks past a little piece of the plastic. Like something around here. It clicks past. I'm trying to see if something is broken on one side and not broken on the other, but I don't really see anything. Let me just like brush shit off here a little bit. Let me get my handy dandy little flashlight that'll fucking blind you all. Just look at it closely myself. I wish you could also see this, but my camera will never be able to focus. Got like my doctor's like little thing on. What's strange is we fixed... Yo, Lexi, thank you for the sub. I really appreciate that. I highly appreciate your presence. Anyway, what's strange is we fixed it on this side by moving this little thing up. But we also did this to this side, but it didn't fix it on this side. So what's going on there? What's up with that? Let me take a look. Okay, so see the piece that moves. It looks like just blow it out. We're back together once more. Might just be old. Because I can kind of feel the click. I can feel the click. It's just very soft and like muffled. Like physically muffled, it feels. Make sure there's no like gunk there. Stopping it from doing something, maybe. So I think this might be something I just can't fix about this controller, which is fine, because it'll still function. It just won't feel quite right when you're using the sticks. So let's screw a little bit back together. Nope, I said screw a little bit back together, so you go in there. Nope, don't get attached with the magnet. Just go in there. Nope, stop. I know, you're a powerful magnet. You're a big, strong magnet, aren't you? Oh, very strong. Just fucking stop for a second so I can control you. Alright. Wink, wink. Okay. Get those back in. Come on. I love that wink emote so much. Okay. Alright, we're starting to get this thing back together. I ruined my posture. No surprise here. I have to like use my other two fingers as like tweezers and then just barely... Okay, let me get this fucking gunk off the screwdriver. How am I not like hitting the socket? There you go. There you go. That was easy, wasn't it? Once you just listened. I love talking to technology like it's a person. Can we get a Dwink emote in chat? Can everybody in chat post a Dwink? Derby wink. I love it so much. Easily my best piece of art. Okay, so I do think these triggers might just be old. Because this one has a click. This one, it's a little sticky almost, but the stick is way better. Buttons are nice, X button's fixed. D-pad feels real good. But the triggers are very mechanical. Like over time, plastic will just wear down, and I think there's not much I can do about that. And if there is, I don't know what it is. So, all right, Operation 1 is a success. That is the first subject. Now our second, I'm going to pull out right after I take a sip of my Gatorade. Oh, God. All right. It wasn't a complete success, but good enough for our purposes. The other one. Should be right here behind me. Now take a look at this abomination. Anyone recognize that joystick? Oh my God, look at this thing. It just sits there like that. Oh, it's like, oh, that's bad. Just blocked gay ass. It is a gay ass C-stick. Now what I did to this one, I swapped the stick boxes between the C-stick and the controller. Twitch hates gay asses. Yeah, it won't allow it. So we're gonna be taking this apart. This joystick, like the mold, came right off of a Wii nunchuck. Now we might be keeping that. We might be keeping this joystick because otherwise we replace it with this one, which is kind of busted. But maybe I'll just do that anyway. I don't know. And also, actually, real quick, hang on. I'm gonna show y'all my. I fucking just stubbed my fucking toe. I'm gonna show y'all my sexy controller. Oh God, check this baby out. This is my daily driver. Listen to those triggers. Look at those buttons. Oh Lord. I put this bad boy together. It is beautiful. Stick is just rock solid, both of them. Buttons are beautiful. I really like this thing. This piece of shit, we're gonna try to glow up. Not like perfectly, but we're gonna try to fix its sticks, and we're gonna see if we're gonna stick with this Wii nunchuck joystick. Oh my God, that's a scratch. See that line right there? That's not like hair. That's a scratch, like a full-on scratch. You can see all that beautiful gunk in there. This controller I probably used when I was fucking 10, and it's sat behind like a dresser since then. And I tried to fix it up. Oh my God, just look at that mark. How does that happen? Oh my God. That's like a bruise. That's kind of fucked. All right, honestly, let me see what happens if I, actually, no, it's too dark. Because I don't want the glare to be too bright, but whatever. We do what we must because we can. Alright, we're going to put the stick aside now. This here is our old joystick. We're going to be putting it aside. If I'm correct, we're going to be putting this bad boy in there. This new guy. If I'm correct. It might be that we do not have any other joysticks. Stick boxes, in which case we will be taking the old shitty stick box that we just replaced and putting it in here. Because a mostly shitty stick box is better than a non-working stick box. Because this stick box doesn't work. Technically it does. You can do inputs with it, but it is... Oh. This is how loose it is. It just stays there. Yeah, it's not very good. It is unusable. So we're going to fix my posture fucking again. And take these out. Oh, actually, hang on. Nope, never mind. Thought I just noticed something in how to tell like which stick boxes which controller uses, but no, I didn't. Come on. There we go. This one off. This bad boy off. 4 out of 6, and the last 2 are easy. Oh, that is a rusted ass screw. Look at that poor fucking thing. You can see the orange. Poor guy. This thing has been through so much. We'll see if we can give it a new lease on life. Because right to repair is very sexy. Alright, let's just... Now this is a very different looking motherboard. For one, it's white. And for two, some of its layouts are different. See those screws? Might be hard to see, but these here and here are screws. Like, not little solder points. You can see the stick boxes are also a little different, or the triggers. You might not remember like this design, it's a little different. So in this one, we should be able to replace both the C-stick and joystick with these fancy new ones. Though maybe I might keep one of the stick boxes in here, because one of them is from a, like I said, a Wii whatchamacallit controller, nunchuck, and it's perfectly fine. It's very good. But we will be replacing the C-stick one for sure. So let's take this out. We're definitely going to be cleaning that just a little bit, if you can see all that grody-ness there. But for now, we're putting it aside. You can see the C-stick is also way looser. Look at it jiggle. Okay. So the first thing we're going to be doing is taking off this. And take off that, which just fell. Oh, fuck me, my chest. This C-stick has also seen better days. I might replace it with this one here, which is just fine. Alright, so... Oh, this stick box is rock solid. If you look there, you can't see any wiggle. There's a tiny bit, but it's very solid. This one, though, like we said, wink back at you, belly. Looks like shit. So we are going to be first taking the C-stick off of here. If it would like to cooperate. Oh! I didn't like that noise. Just gonna set it down. Hold it gently. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my god. You could just push this thing anywhere. You could bully it and yell at it and it'd just take it. Oh my god. This thing sucks. Okay, we gotta get it out of here. I still love it, but Only in a nostalgic kind of way. All right, so we're gonna flip this over. Helping hands time. Now, fortunately, we do not have to take off the rumble motor for this operation. Nope, rotate like that. I want this thing to actually be upright for this operation. Rotate. There you go. And we're gonna move it a little more centered to the camera. Take this shell, put it aside for now. All right. It's time to solder once more. It's gonna be, actually no, first, before we solder, I need to grab a different bit because, actually hang on, am I zoomed in all the way? Yes, I am. Just gonna move this up a bit so you can see it a bit better. Let me focus in on it. Brightness is a bit too much. And by a bit, I mean a lot too much. Let me adjust the exposure. Turn up the exposure, turn off the light. What does that look like? Eh. Turn down the light. Maybe the light's just too direct. Now let's fix the focus. There you go. So I really want you to see that C-stick junction. This one right here. I can see it a little worse, but you can see it a lot better. All right, let me grab a different screw bit. Very, very fine Phillips head. Pick up my Windex that I knocked over. Do my little straddle. Scooch close. Okay. Let's take tri-wing out. Replace it with this very, very adorable little Phillips. And we can take out these screws. This little fucker would just love to drop out this desk and just fly away to never be seen again. One of those screws. All right. Now it's soldering time. I'm gonna put on my glasses. I'm supposed to wear glasses. Fun fact. I don't. But I'm supposed to. When I'm driving, at least. But they help me see a lot better, and I'm gonna focus a little more with them on. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, now we're gonna take our soldering iron, we're gonna plug it back in. Bring it back up to a terrifying 430 degrees Celsius. It's time to lock in indeed. Okay. Watch that temperature fucking soar. I can feel it from here. All right. Here we go, folks. I wish I had one of those like fancy glasses that dentists have that have like magnifying glasses on them. Now this one's kind of scary because you can see how wobbly this thing is. In fact, I'm going to take one of my helping hands and just do that so it moves less. This is controller number 2, yes. We are replacing the C stick with a brand new stick box. Going to be tough. But it must be done. You can see already that first bit right there is you can see how much less solder there is on it. Let me fix up my focusing again, see if I can get it to look a little better. Let me just like do this so y'all can really see this. Alright, we've got our thing pushed down. And oh, it fell off the thing. Shit. Okay, now we can definitely fine-tune the focus. Hang on. Not the best camera, but so be it. I think that first one isn't quite ready. Now it might be. There we go, that was a quick one. Got the second one out of 6. There we go. Now the best strat is to, while you're keeping the solder on it, because this stuff cools really fast. The soldering material, like, stupidly fast. So you want to keep your soldering iron on it. And as it's hot, suck it up. So if you take it off and then try to suck it up, it won't work. The focus looks off once again. Maybe it's just the best it can do. It's like a $70 Logitech webcam, so it's kind of a piece of shit. Oop, there we go. I love it when a little piece flies out, because that means we definitely got some stuff off there. Fell off the thing again, whatever. Now, do we got it? Is that really all there is to it? Might just be. Looks like there's some leftover stuff over here. All right, some right here. Come on now. I can see it. Won't come off. Little bastard. Alright. Tilt your head up. Show yourself to me. Ah! There you go. That's a good circuit board. Honestly, my glasses are making it a little harder to focus. Oh my god, this fucking thing keeps... Okay, I'm just gonna like grab it. Alright, let me take these fucking things off. My glasses are definitely just making it harder to focus right now for some reason. Probably because my eyes aren't used to them. Alright, there's definitely still some solder here. Oh, there we go. That's a nice hole. Clip that one. Alright, and we got a tiny bit there that I can definitely still see. Okay. I think that might have been it. Oh yeah, this thing is ready to go. But it's not. Why? There you go. There we are. Stick box removed. Now this one is a piece of shit. So I'm not gonna like throw it out, but like we really don't need it. This one on the other hand is brand spanking new. So we're gonna put our soldering iron in the holder. And so you can see it's actually it actually comes with its own little screws. Which you can barely see there. So let me just take those out. Now we're definitely going to be kind of deep cleaning this controller, because I'd really like to do like a whole glow up with this thing. All right, now this thing also should be pretty easy to put back in because line up those holes. It's got screws. So what we can do is do this. Screw it in. Take the other one. Come on. Put it in. There we go. And now it's not going anywhere. Solder or no solder. Of course we are going to solder it because that's how it works. We're going to take this little piece of soldering iron, or just solder material right here that we had from before. And just solder this back on. Go. There we go. Like I said before, soldering stuff on is way easier than soldering stuff off. Because it's basically just glue, but you have to melt the glue and then it sticks to stuff. And you just have a big rod that does that melting for you. That's what soldering is. I'm gonna take a real fucking close look at this, I'm sorry. Because I want to make sure these aren't gonna short. Because if you connect two of these and then you give it power... I know you can't see anything right now, but I can see this, and I need to make sure I don't fuck this controller. Okay, we're good. Because if you get two of these points and have metal connecting them, you're fucked. Thing's gonna short and it's done. But I believe that's it for this controller, at least in terms of soldering. Now we're gonna unplug our soldering iron again, clean it off a little bit, put it in the hole. Fix our stance again. Drink a little Gatorade. And I'm going to... hang on. Fix that. So we're back to our standard view. Turn this up a bit more. And then what if I do this? There we go, now I can see a bit better. Alright. So, main thing we're going to be doing is replacing the C-stick. And deciding if we want to have these buttons we don't really need any of. Deciding if we want to keep the... whatchamacallit? Oh, the thing that fell, hang on. feeling. Oh fuck. Ugh. This thing, the Wii nunchuck stick, or this piece of shit. I'm thinking this one. They're kind of similar, but you can see, let me like get a good comparison. This stick is a good bit taller. I mean, really, how does this one feel to use? It's still like okay, but I don't really have another stick I could use. Unless if I want to give it 2 C sticks, but that's a little too cursed and too much effort for a meme. So we probably won't be doing that. Okay, so we're probably gonna be putting this thing back on it. No, I'm gonna use the old joystick that we just replaced, because even though it's a piece of shit, its fit and form is as a GameCube controller should be, and it'll feel the best on it. So even though it kind of sucks and it's got to be like fucking cleaned up all over, it'll be better for the actual end user, which will be me. Alright, so we're gonna take you off. You. And you. Alright. And now, time to put this here for now. And we're gonna do a bit of cleaning on this fucking thing, because Christ is it grody. This one has been through some shit. Oh my god. I'm not creating anything right now, unfortunately. I'm just fixing up your GameCube controller. I just replaced its C-stick stick box right there. Yeah, and I'm cleaning its buttons now. Because holy shit, like look at the interior where like the A button should be. Jesus fuck, what happened? Did we spill chocolate milk over this thing? Holy shit. That's fucking gross. Alright, well we're gonna put all our buttons and shit right here. This off, this off. We're gonna clean all these fucking things. Including the Z button, I'm gonna manually take it off. I'm not dropping it like I always am. Alright. So I'm gonna spray a little Febreze on this bad boy. And just kind of scrub this controller a bit. Or the shell. Because fucking A, does it need it. Not Febreze, Windex. Jesus, shit is caked on there. It's fucking gross. Ugh. Try the toothbrush. I didn't intend for this to be a gross out stream, but Christ, I just dropped the toothbrush. Okay, cool. Oh my god, this shit won't come off. I'm gonna have to like spray this thing with Febreze itself. Like dead ass. Or Windex, not Febreze. Febreze is the scent stuff. Windex is the cleaning shit. I'm sorry I can't see all this process because I'm trying to fucking really get into it. There we go, it's looking better. All that fucking shit off there, Jesus. This thing has been through wars. It's like the Game Boy that made it through like Operation Desert Storm or whatever the hell. Okay, I'm actually just spraying this thing with Febreze, I don't care. I'll dry it off after. Alright, drop that on the ground, cool. Actually wanted that to happen. The thing is a little wet, so I'm not going to hold it right over the fucking circuit board. But I'm gonna fucking go at it, cause Christ. This shit is bad. Let me use this to... really fucking get in there, just using my screwdriver to get into that A button area. Clean that shit out. Even that, it's not coming off. Good lord. Okay, it actually seems like just like scraping at it is better, because this shit has just clearly been on there for like a decade or more. Like easily a decade. Okay, I was joking about the chocolate milk thing too earlier, but like I deadass think it was chocolate milk. Like that's what it looks like. Oh my god. Okay, where's my little scrubby? My scrubby buddy. Alright. Getting there. Clean up the inside of this shit. We're definitely just gonna wipe down the front, because... yeah, it's pretty rough. A lot of it is scratches that'll never be cleaned, but... you know, we can clean up what we can. Let me just get a tiny bit of Windex on there. Just the smallest amount known to man. There we go. Yeah, I don't think anything like dripped onto the main board. Okay. There we go. Now that shit's coming off. Just a bit. Now again, like I said earlier, if I really wanted to clean this motherfucker, I'd be giving it like a whole ass, like dead ass bath. Like warm, hot water, soap, fucking bath bombs, why not? But I do not have the time for that today, so I'm just kind of doing a quick and dirty cleaning job, where my main priority is just getting it to not look disgusting. Because Christ, does it look disgusting. But functionality-wise, we've now got a really good functioning controller. I believe its sticks are just fine. Or the, sorry, not sticks, the, triggers are just fine. It was only really the sticks that were problems, and even then, one of them was fine, and the others just could use some tuning up. Alright. It's looking pretty close to satisfactory for me. Just gonna take our little toothbrush that oh right, I fucking dropped it. Where did that thing go? Right over here. Oh, don't worry, this is not the one I used to clean my teeth, and I will fucking never be letting this thing near my mouth. I dropped it again. I have so little space in here, there's so much shit on this little table. Alright. That's gonna get cleaned up a tiny bit. Alright. Now these buttons should fortunately be a lot easier to clean, because they're much smaller. That should really help with the feel of them as well, because there's less fucking gunk and shit in there. Jesus, what did I do to this thing as a kid? I don't know if I did it or one of my siblings, but like whoever did, Jesus Christ, this poor little creature did not deserve this. Little did we know how valuable OEM GameCube controllers would become. We had no idea. Alright. That's clean enough for my purposes. Not going crazy, just... like I said, just enough to make shit look decent. Get all the obvious shit off there. And then we're ready to roll. With a brand spanking, kinda new looking controller. I do hope this Windex dries easily enough to not be a problem. It shouldn't be. I'm quite sure it won't be, but I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy who has kind of done this on the side as a hobby. So I have no fucking clue. So we shall see once I put this thing back together. But like I said, I think it will be fine. Alright, clean up the B button a bit. Now the B button's actually in decent shape. Not great, but decent. Alright. Scrape the rest of that shit off. Sorry, I hit the microphone again. Alright, see how the D-pad's looking. Oh my god, that's fucking gross. Oh, that's a lot of Windex. Whoops, that's way too much. Oh shit, Windex plus toothbrush kind of goes crazy. It's cleaning that shit right up. You can see all the... Oh my god, it looks even worse on camera. I'm shopping out of time. Cleaned off your DS label, hell yeah. No, this shit is fucking gross. Holy shit. There you go. See the work it's doing. Okay, let's get some more Windex on there. Shopping from out of town. I'm very sad you weren't able to see all this stream, Sam, but the VOD will definitely be up. 2 hours? Yeah. Oh, I've been having a good time. I'm streaming it, so... I do wish I could replace the triggers on that first controller we worked on with this controller's one, but they're just different models, so they will never be compatible. So it's just not a thing we can do. Which is very unfortunate. Alright, tiny bit more Windex. There we go. Now let's just toothbrush the buttons real quick. Just 2 controllers. Just replacing 2 stick boxes. If I was really good at this, it'd be way faster, but I have only really done this a handful of times. Just enough to know what I'm doing. But not enough to, like, really be a professional at it at all. Alright. There we go. Alright, that's most of what I wanted cleaned up, so we can begin to put this bad boy back together. Now we want to get the X button. Right. Nope. Right there. Y button. Right there. B button. Nope, upside down. There. Start. Right there. And the A. There. D-pad fits in the obvious spot. Fit back in the capacitive pads. The other one for this controller is somewhere. I placed it somewhere. I don't know where. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? It's not like a small thing. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright. Actually, that could use a tiny bit of cleaning as well. Hang on. Let me just give this thing a tiny wiping. There we go. Alright, now, and one of our faults last time was we didn't fully, like, set this thing in. We want to make sure it's really there. Test all the buttons. Go. Alright, set the Z button back in. It's always such a fucking pain in the ass. There we go. Alright. Now we put the sticks back on the controller. We'll do it like this. Now the C stick right here. Will hopefully just like work with me. Be really easy. There we go. C stick in, and we are going to be using the shitty joystick. It's kind of beat up, but actually we're going to make sure there's no fucking alcohol on this toothbrush, and then just toothbrush this thing a little bit. There's a bit of gunk in there. I do wish I had some isopropyl alcohol, but I don't. Alright. There we go. Joystick. Now we can fit the whole goddamn thing back together. The fuck am I doing here? Make sure that's in, that's good. Nope, nope. Hang on. The rubber for the start button. Where is it? It's so small, where could it have gone? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is a tiny little piece. Oops. Fuck. It's this tiny little fucking thing. It fits right in there. Could fall. I wouldn't have heard it because it's just rubber and tiny. Looking around on the ground right now, let's see. Ah, fuck. Should have seen that one coming. Is it under my little board? Yes, it is. Oh, you sneaky fucker. It's under. There it is. Okay. Get you in there, you little bastard. Alright, now we can put it back together. That there. Fit you into that little hole. There you go. Fit you into your little hole. Wait, no, hang on. Come on. Something's up with like the controller paracord loop there. Oh, I just kicked the whole fucking setup. This thing is supposed to loop around that little hole. But somehow the fucking twisty tie is gonna like get in the way of it. I don't know, will it? As you can see right there, the twist tie, that little thing that comes like on the controller when you buy from Nintendo. Like, you know, I didn't add that. That's like in the way somehow. Even though like I shouldn't be able to. Actually, hang on, I think I know what I'm doing. I think I know how to fix this. Let's pull this fucking thing out. Rotate it like... No, I have no clue what I'm doing. How does this go back together? What the hell? How did this ever fit like this? Get you way under there, maybe. Okay, I think the thing's like rotated the wrong way. I think I put this back together in a weird way. There we go. I think it goes like that. Oh! Fucking Z button! Always! Strikes fucking back. Finds a way to be a pain in the ass. Always. Oh, my fucking back. Okay, well there we go. Now that'll fit. Gotta put this fucking button back on. There we go. Because it's on like a bit of a spring mechanism. Okay, now this should definitely go back together just fine. T-stick was in, everything else is in. Alright. We are in business, my friends. And the final thing to do after these are put back together is to test them. Because I don't know if I fucked anything. As far as I know, they work. Oh wait, hang on. Got the wrong bit in there. Yeah, as far as I know, I did things right. Everything should be fine. But, you know, with something like this, you never quite know until you plug it back in fully. So, we're definitely gonna test that before we end the stream. Fuck, where'd it go? Okay, it's just right there. Thank God. This controller's still pretty grody, but I can clean up more later off stream. It's not a very fun process. I understand the cleaning isn't really super appealing to watch, so I won't torture you with it. Alright. Now let's put all these things back in. Oh, triggers feel nice. I realized I forgot to push the trigger potentiometers or whatever's back to their default position, but I guess they were already in it when I put this thing back together, so that's lucky. Got very lucky with that. Otherwise, I would have had to unscrew all these again. Two more screws, and then we're going to plug them in and see what happens. Finally, this rusted. Poor ass screw. Look at that thing. Jesus. Poor guy. What has he been through? Ah! A lot. It's jumping out of my hands. There we go. Now we need to put it in there. Come on. There you go. Alright. Look at that. From a shitbox to a working shitbox. Buttons feel great. C-stick definitely feels a little tight. And the joystick feels a little loose. But that's very subjective. Okay. Now. Clean this shit up real quick. These little screws I'm going to put in here. I got a fun little box of parts. Okay, see a stick that we don't need. These are our two dead stick boxes, rest in peace. T3 and T2 ones. One of them, not great, but a little fiddly. This one just has no hope. You just see how it just sticks there. Alright. Now let's wind up our solder. Put some stuff away, and I will talk to you around the room as I put shit away. I don't want to leave this stuff out. Bad habit. Oh, it was a fun little process. Took longer than I expected, honestly. For some reason, I kind of felt like it might be like a really short stream. But no. And it went pretty successfully. I generally did what I wanted to. Played some stick boxes, fixed up an old shitty controller. See you, Alexi. Thanks for coming by for a little bit. Really appreciate it. Good to see you as always. Have a safe drive. Let me put my glasses away. Here are my glasses. We have a glasses cameo here. Look at my fan. Look at me. Can you see me? Am I in there? It's in my desktop. Where am I? Why can't I find me? Can't find me in the reflection. Oh, I think... There I am. Okay, anyway. Glasses. Very Beppy, so fucking true, Bessie. Sorry. Not quite that. You know. Alright, put away our stick boxes. Put away this shit. I don't know, it's all like in the fucking way. Oop. I'm not gonna like show you my room. So then I just move this. Turn off that. Take this. Look at that. Do this. That. This shit can all just kind of go on here. Nice and organized. It's controller. We're gonna test these two out. So right here. Here. This over here. Fucking Windex over here. Take our little setup and move it away so I can actually sit here. Yeah, it's fucking... This is what I've been sitting in. Let me turn up the exposure, hang on. This is like shitty ass folding chair for the stream. Because my like main chair is too high up for that thing. Here's my hands. I'm going to turn off my webcam. Boink. And I'm going to boot up Melee and see if these things still work at all. Sure hope they do, that'd be nice. But I have no idea. Alright, so let me get my little adapter. Right here. Alright. Now then. Controller number 1. The purple controller that we worked on first. We replaced the control stick box with a new one. It's plugged in, and I'm going to boot up Melee and then put it on stream, and we can watch and see what happens. Alright, Melee, Slippy Launcher. Alright, now I do have my speakers on, so you might be able to hear those. I'm going to turn off the music real quick. Alright. Controllers, GameCube adapter. Alright, let's see. Melee. Window capture. Oh, if I do window capture, it's going to immediately capture fucking Discord. I know it. And it's going to show you all my Discord window. That's going to be so embarrassing. Game capture, specific window. Slippy. There you go. And the game audio, we're going to capture from Slippy. Alright. Well, I'm using the controller right now. It feels a little funky. Kind of soft in a weird way. Alright, let's see. Seems to work well enough. Start. Y, X, A, B, Z, D-pad, and controls. Well, it works. We've got a working controller. Actually feels kind of nice, honestly. Alright. Now, I don't know if we can just unplug and replug in the controller, but we're going to try controller number 2 now. We replaced the C-stick on this one, and it was a piece of shit. Don't know how this one's going to work. Oh. Oh. Oh boy, this one feels good. Oh boy. Yes. Oh, we've got a new working controller, baby. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. So happy about this. Oh, that's so nice. By the way, I just realized I've had my game as Team Fortress 2, and my stream wasn't titled at all. I realized I didn't do any of that. Whoops. Anyway, we've got a very nice looking controller here. From piece of shit to still kind of grody looking, but like perfectly functional. These are OEM sticks. So, there we are. Very nice. By the way, thanks for the follow counter. Sorry I missed you. How are you, friend? If you're still here. I don't know if you are. Anyhow. We've got now a controller that was kind of iffy to... Triggers are still a little funky, but perfectly working. And it's a new perfectly working controller from a piece of shit controller. It feels great. Genuinely, it feels super smooth to move around with. I'm gonna switch to my controller now, like the one I mainly use. Gotta see how it is in comparison. Alright. Okay, I like mine the most. I think. Oh, I did, Sam. Sorry, I saw those right as I was about to take a shower, and I was like, oh, I'll respond after I get out, and I forgot. I'm very proud of you for beating the Wi-Fi Marth. Nope. Alright, well. We've now got two very nice controllers. And the stream went very well. Now I think that's probably it for today, because I'm gonna play some Minecraft. But thank you all very much for coming by to the soldering stream. This went very well. Almost complete success, I'd say. Take a sip of Victory Gatorade. Oh, that's real nice. I'll have me some Gatorade. Stream Minecraft? I can't stream Minecraft. I need to do some stuff anyhow. Nothing to watch, I'm sorry. My voice is kind of hoarse anyhow. I'm sorry, Sam. This poor toothbrush. I'm gonna keep it in my my box of fun, as I call it. My box of soldering things and controller parts and whatnot. Very nice, Sam. This stream was fun enough to where I'll probably do more like this in the future. Alright, thank you for coming by, gamers. I will see you next time, where I will probably not be soldering something, but shit. This was fun enough to where why not? Alright. Good night, gamers. I'll see you next time.